So welcome everybody. I'm Andrew Zidell, the Assistant Director of Sigma Pi Sigma. I'm going to give you a webinar on how to Sigma Pi Sigma. So this is a webinar on Sigma Pi Sigma inductions, and I will be using a PowerPoint for this, and there will be a brief Q&A session afterwards. So to start out, I'm going to give you a brief overview of Sigma Pi Sigma's mission. So Sigma Pi Sigma strives to uphold its mission, which is to honor outstanding scholarship in physics, to encourage interest in physics among students at all levels, and to promote an attitude of service of its members towards their fellow students, colleagues, and the public. It also provides a fellowship of persons who have excelled in physics and astronomy. From its founding, Sigma Pi Sigma has strived to represent not just academic excellence, but also fellowship and service. Sigma Pi Sigma aims to represent all of the ideals that we each strive for in our departments and in our lives. It's distinct from the Society of Physics Students, which is open to all who have an interest in physics astronomy. Sigma Pi Sigma, on the other hand, is a society where members are inducted instead of just joining. Sigma Pi Sigma chapters are restricted to colleges and universities of recognized standing that offer a strong physics or astronomy program. Now, for those of you who've been to induction ceremonies or done induction ceremonies before, I am going to talk a little bit about the history, so a lot of this will sound familiar. The history of Sigma Pi Sigma begins in 1920. Several physics students and faculty members at Davidson College in North Carolina decided that a physics fraternity would be a good idea. And this was because other fraternities for engineering and chemistry existed, and they wanted to create something for physics students as well. They realized their idea on December 11th, 1921, when 5 students and 4 faculty members formed a group they named Sigma Pi Sigma. It wasn't until 1934 at the Third National Convention that they dropped the designation of fraternity and they got rid of all the secret handshakes and passwords and all that, and they changed it to a society. In 1936, Sigma Pi Sigma became and remains to this day an associated society in the physics section of the American Association for the Advancement of Science, or AAAS. And then in 1945, Sigma Pi Sigma became a member of the Association of College Honor Societies, or ACHS. That's the national accrediting organization for honor society in the United States. And at this time, by the end of the 1940s, there were already 73 chapters. And then later in the early 1950s, Sigma Pi Sigma became an affiliate member of AAAS. And in 1968, Sigma Pi Sigma teamed up with AIP. And this was also the founding of the Society of Physics Students. So the Society of Physics Students actually houses Sigma Pi Sigma as an honor society within it. Currently, SPS has over 840 chapters across the globe, and new chapters are being added each year, and Sigma Pi Sigma has around 580 chapters, with over 100,000 lifetime members and more than 100 honorary members. Sigma Pi Sigma, our membership spans the generations that have developed what we consider modern physics and astronomy now. And we also just celebrated our 100-year anniversary in 2021, which is a really big milestone in our history. One of the things that Sigma Pi Sigma does outside of just being a society is that we host the Physics Congress. This is our largest meeting as a society, which happens every few years, and it's called the Sigma Pi Sigma Physics Congress. It's a place that we come together as a society to reflect, learn, and celebrate successes. And Sigma Pi Sigma is the official host of that event. And this is done with the invaluable support of the American Institute of Physics. The Congress focuses on building community and fellowship within the community with a strong focus on undergraduate students. And this is done through interactions with Sigma Pi Sigma alumni and member societies. And it's a meeting for and put on by the students. And it's a really fun time. Students love going to the Physics Congress. It has a lot of interactive workshops, plenaries by leaders in the field, and tours of some really awesome scientific locations within the US. And we always have notable speakers at our congresses. In the past, we've had Jocelyn Bell Burnell and Nobel laureates such as John Mather, Eric Cornell, and Bill Phillips. And we actually have the 2022 Physics Congress coming up, and we're celebrating 100 years of momentum, honor, fellowship, and service. So this is happening in downtown Washington, D.C., It's going to go from Thursday through Saturday evening, October 6th through the 8th. And Jocelyn Bell Burnell will be coming back. She'll be one of our Centennial speakers, and students will have the opportunity to meet Sigma Pi Sigma members from across the globe, discover potential career pathways, and join a lot of interactive workshops. There will also be chapters from over 300 universities and tours of scientific institutions nearby. So that's just a little bit about Sigma Pi Sigma and its history and what we're doing now. I'm going to tell you a little bit about why holding Sigma Pi Sigma inductions are important. So first, Sigma Pi Sigma inductions are really important because they recognize student achievement. It's a really meaningful and memorable award. I remember when I was inducted in 2013, I invited my whole family to come to the induction ceremony, and it just meant that all of the hard work that I had done towards my physics degree was being recognized by being inducted into the society. So it meant a lot to me, and it continues to, because now I work here. So it must have meant something. It also really strengthens the department. It helps to build a departmental legacy. When students sign that book stays in the department forever, even after the student has left. It provides that connection of the student to the department beyond the time that they're in college. SPS and Sigma Pi Sigma can also work together. Sigma Pi Sigma alumni can be invited back for alumni events, and they can work together to hold outreach events as well. And membership also is a lifetime. And this is another conduit for alumni connection. We keep all of the membership records here at the national office. So if you know that you have a Sigma Pi Sigma member that you'd like to connect with, you can reach out to us to get that information if you want to invite them back to be an invited speaker or for an alumni event. Membership also gets students a lifetime subscription to the Radiations magazine, and that's print and electronic. And it's the official Sigma Pi Sigma publication and has a lot of general interest articles, as well as features on what Sigma Pi Sigma members are doing now for the scientific community, and features a lot of member news. So who can be inducted into Sigma Pi Sigma? Anyone can be inducted, and it's based on several criteria. For undergraduates, it's typically students who are in the top third of their class, and that's based on GPA. And that requirement is set by the Association of College Honor Societies. But local chapters can set higher minimum requirements if they wish to do that. If a student doesn't meet the GPA requirement while they're a student, they can also be inducted after they graduate if they've performed a lot of service to the department. And that is something that local chapters can set up in their bylaws as a criteria for induction. Graduate students can also be inducted, and this can be based on their undergraduate transcript if they met the requirements based on their undergraduate coursework, or if they've completed at least 1 year of graduate level courses towards an advanced physics or astronomy degree, and they can also be inducted based on service. Faculty and professionals can also be inducted. This can be based off of their professional record, or if they've performed outstanding service to the department. So this can be faculty or other professionals such as research staff in the department. We also have honorary membership. Honorary membership is the highest level of membership in Sigma Pi Sigma. This is typically reserved for individuals who have made national level contributions to science and physics. Local chapters can nominate individuals for honorary membership, but election to this membership is by the National Council. Just a few of our notable members. We have at least 15 Nobel Prize winners, including 7 honorary members, and other names you might recognize. So Dame Jocelyn Bell Burnell, Dr. John Mather, Dr. Eric Cornell, and Dr. Jim Gates. And these will actually be speakers at the upcoming Physics Congress in October. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the membership benefits for students who are inducted. Students who are inducted will have access to alumni and professionals, and that's through local chapters. And it's really good. It's an honorary distinction, so it shows that they have high academic achievement. And inductees will also receive 1 year of SPS membership, along with eligibility for grants and awards, as well as that lifetime subscription to radiations. There are also professional benefits for being a member. So they have access to exclusive networking opportunities. We have a LinkedIn page that's reserved for Sigma Pi Sigma members. They also get to enter the federal service at a higher pay level. And there are also mentoring and service opportunities, such as the PION program. So this has mentoring. One can receive or provide mentoring to students. And we also have a program called Adopt a Physicist. All of these membership benefits can be located at the PION portal. So this is a portal for Sigma Pi Sigma members. It allows easy access to all these resources. It's a one-stop shop. There are things like career exploration, that's it, webinars, career resources on how to work on your resume or work on interview techniques, things like that. There are also graduate school resources, advising guides, and professional development opportunities. So career development and toolboxes to manage your career. And there are also mentoring resources. This can be things like the Alumni Engagement Program or the Adopt a Physicist program, which is a Sigma Pi Sigma run program where physicists sign up and high schools will interact with them virtually, high school students. And it allows the Sigma Pi Sigma members to give back to the community. So that's just a little bit about who can get inducted and what membership involves and the benefits involved with membership. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the logistics of setting up an induction ceremony. So first, I'm going to give a brief induction timeline. So early on in the academic year, it's helpful if you set a date for your induction ceremony, or at least think about when that induction ceremony will be if you're coupling it with an existing tradition. This is also a good time to consider inviting special guests. So that could be members that alumni, Sigma Pi Sigma members that you want to bring back to give a talk, or it could be staff from the national office or other faculty or administrators. And then around 4 months in advance, it could be good to determine a list of new members and alert them with invitations, and also decide how the payment will be made, whether that's going to be by the department or by fundraising to do that. 4 months in advance is a good time to start doing that. About 3 weeks before your induction ceremony is a good time to log into My Honor Society and send the actual invitations to join to students. The reason it's good to contact them ahead of time is to alert them that they're going to get an email from this My Honor Society website. And this way you can tell them to look out for it and to make sure it's not ending up in the spam folder. And this is also a good time, 3 weeks in advance, to use the website to order any supplies you want, such as cords or stoles. And then around 2 weeks in advance, it's good to review and download the induction resources from the Sigma Pi Sigma website. And during the ceremony, make sure you take lots of photos and videos to document, and you can submit these with your chapter report. When setting up an induction ceremony, there are a couple different ways to do this. You can couple it with you can couple it with an existing tradition. So this could be things like departmental awards. Those are usually happening on a set date. So you could just put the Sigma Pi Sigma induction in there with the departmental awards, or it could be coupled with a graduation ceremony, a holiday or end of year celebration, or honors day. And like I said earlier, this is a great opportunity to invite alumni or past Sigma Pi Sigma inductees. And also it's a great opportunity to honor individuals who helped the department thrive. As for when to do this, end of the spring semester is a good time to hold your ceremony. So that means you should start planning your inductions and send out invitations early in the spring semester. If you're doing your induction ceremony separate, there are some ways to make it memorable. You can bring in someone from the department who can talk about the history of the department or the history of the chapter. You can reach out to Sigma Pi Sigma inductees from early in the establishment of the chapter. You can also request personalized greetings from VIPs on the Sigma Pi Sigma website. Students can also invite their friends and family, and you could even create some cool cupcakes like this. So you could couple it with refreshments just to make it a really memorable experience. If your ceremony has to be virtual, we do have virtual induction scripts. These are similar to the in-person ones, but it's a PowerPoint template and script that you can use. And there are also virtual plenary talks on our website. And I do have links for all these on the next slide. One thing I do recommend, if you have to have a virtual induction ceremony, it's good to invite your alumni back for an in-person ceremony whenever possible so they can get the experience of signing their name into the book. So here's a list of induction resources. So these are all located on sigmapysigma.org. We have an induction center, and this includes PowerPoint templates, Zoom backgrounds, ways to request alumni info, and personalized video greetings. There's a complete instruction set of induction guidelines, and we also have an instructional video for navigating through the My Honor Society website. And if you want to go there, you can access it here. Just go to sigmapysigma.org to access the Induction Center. And this is also a way that you can get to the induction portal, which is myhonorsociety.com. So when you actually get onto My Honor Society, you can log in, access the portal. This is where you actually set up the invitations to send out to the students. And this is where they will accept the invitation to become a Sigma Pi Sigma member. We do have the detailed walkthrough that's linked here. And it's also on the Sigma Pi Sigma website. But this is where you can update chapter information. So this is addresses, emails, phone numbers, who the advisor is. You can create and manage the student induction groups. You can also create message templates. So you can create a standard invitation that you reuse each year when you're performing inductions. You can also customize these templates. This is also where you would find information about chapter members, past and present, order supplies, and create different reports of people who have been Sigma Pi Sigma members in your chapter in the past. There are a couple things to remember. The group closing date, after this time, this is when the national office will send induction materials. It's good to think about the fact that we need some lead time. So 2 weeks or 10 business days are required to ensure these materials arrive on time. The induction date is the planned date of your induction ceremony, and invitations do expire. So if your invitations to a student expire and that student comes back to you and says, oh no, I missed the invitation and it expired, you can create a new invitation group and just invite them again. And those invitations can be edited using the provided template, and you can tailor it to your chapter's needs. A couple more important notes is that the invitations come from this email address, noreply@myhonorsociety.com. This could end up in spam. So it's good to ask your IT department to whitelist these addresses to help ensure your invitations reach your students. Don't assume your IT services won't be blocking it. So it's good to contact them in advance and make sure that it's whitelisted. A couple things I'd like for you to think about when you're doing inductions is that we like to highlight members in the Radiations publication, and this is in 2 different ways. We do collect news about Sigma Pi Sigma members. So if you know of students who have gone out and done great things and they're Sigma Pi Sigma members, you can actually submit that information here on the member notes page. And we also like to feature physicists that work outside the traditional physics community, and we call those hidden physicists. And that's because they're doing work that's what you wouldn't typically consider to be physics work. So if you know students who have gone off and have a career doing something that's not traditional physics work, then we highlight them as well. So one more thing, and this is something that students should consider, and you should make your students aware of, is that we do have Sigma Pi Sigma Outstanding Service Awards. And these awards can go to anyone who has had a positive impact on a Sigma Pi Sigma chapter or the department. And this should be an individual nominated on the basis of their actions. You can nominate anybody. They can also be made a member of Sigma Pi Sigma at the same time. And applications are done as a chapter. If you know that your chapter has been inactive for a while, you may have to reactivate it. So if you want to reactivate your chapter, you can fill out this petition here, or you can send an email to sigma@aip.org, and a Sigma Pi Sigma officer will assist you with creating your new chapter. Or if you know of a university that wants to start a chapter, the petition works for both of those things. And one more benefit for members is that we have a Sigma Pi Sigma LinkedIn group. Once your students have been inducted into Sigma Pi Sigma, they can log in and request join. So that's all I have for the presentation, and I'm going to stop recording and open up a brief Q&A.